Hey, Taylor Rapp here from the LA Rams. Shout out to Steve Taylor, the real sports guy, and the honorary Ram. When Steve's talk sports, you better listen. Thanks, Steve from the Rams, for your continued support and love.
Thanks for watching Keeping It Real Sports.
Yes, sir. Rocky Yassin, keeping it real sports.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man.
With Prince Bell, we rocking with Keeping It Real Sports, and we gonna be on this. We gonna be on a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Come on. Told you I got you. Wanna talk about his game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Save your boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA, game over, they don't play. From the fourth quarter to the ninth inning, NASCAR wheels keep spinning. To the 18th hole, he's still in control. Guy on the go. Coach never missing the play, cause he know the deal. This keeping it real. Sports. Come on. Keeping it real. Yeah. Let's go.
The Saturday edition of Keeping It Real Sports. Thanks for joining me. I got a great show planned for you today. I'm going to break down the weekend. It's going to be the weekend preview. We're going to give you all of the weekend ups on all of the football action that we got breaking off. I'm going to give you this week's college football poll. Yeah, we're going to give you the real poll. Got a chance to really dive into this and kind of break this thing down. And the contenders and the pretenders are starting to manifest. Speaking of contenders, pretenders, we're going to do just that in the NFL. I've got 6 NFL teams. I'll tell you if they're really a contender or are they just a pretender. Wasting our time. I'm going to give you this week's Pick 6. I'm going to help you make some money. Last week, not a good week for us. Me, 3-3. 500 week. But 22-8 on the season. We've been doing nothing but doling out winners. I'm going to give you some more winners on that. And I'm going to give you some college football winners as well as NFL Power Rankings. Again, a big show planned for you today. So buckle up. Man, we got the college football week kicked off last night, and it was in Boulder, Colorado, where the Colorado Buffaloes came up a wee bit short, man, blowing a 29-point lead. There's a lot to be talked about there, but what we need to be talking about is celebrating is the resurgence of a program, the resurgence of a program that has sold out the last 4 home games that they've had. That's put $18 million within that community. But all we get is backlash from the media like Joel Klatt and Doug Gottlieb. I'll get to Brother Gottlieb in a moment. But Joel Klatt is prime building a winning program. Did you see the damn team last year, Joel Klatt? They won 1 game. They quadrupled that this year. I just said they put $18 million in the Boulder community every home game. I think that's called winning, Joel Klatt. You might want to pay attention. Now, to Doug Gottlieb. Doug Gottlieb should do it is for why? Because he does a watch flex. Why is Colorado and Coach Prime being such a target? See, I have a problem with guys like you, Doug Gottlieb, who want to always point the finger at kids when you need to be looking at the shine that these kids are bringing to the program and bringing to not just the program, but to America. Because, see, the last time I checked, I saw NFL players doing the flex. see, pay attention, Doug Gottlieb, and then see furthermore, Doug Gottlieb, the problems that I have with you pointing the fingers down at kids and not looking at the bigger picture. Why isn't anyone talking about the hit that the Arizona kid put on the Colorado kid after the game last week? But no one's talking about that. See, we need to be looking at what's imperative. And see, man, let's look more into that, man. I'm going to get in Dale Parker, man, one of my good friends. Man, bring in Dale Parker. Dale, man, welcome into the show.
Good morning, Steve. How you doing?
Man, I am doing great, man. Hey, man, let me get me out of my solo shot here and get you in. There we go. There we go. That's it. There we go. Yeah, man. You know, man, I'm talking about, you know, guys like Doug Gottlieb, guys like Joel Klatt, who's talking about the authenticity of what Deion Sanders is bringing to Colorado, man. You know, Colorado, when I last reported, they brought $18 million into the community with the home games that they've had. They haven't had this kind of turnout ever, you know, and all of the positivity that's going on, these guys want to talk about the negativity and things, man, like a damn walk. Man, I mean, are you serious, man? Give me your thought.
Well, you know, they just don't like what Deion is bringing to the table. They didn't like the fact that he's turned the team around. You know, no one wanted him to leave, you know, the HBCU to go to Colorado. But like he said, he's there to, you know, turn boys into men. And that's his whole purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, everybody showboats. Everybody, you know, is flashy. When they score a touchdown, they got a little touchdown celebration dance or something like that. You know, and I didn't see anything wrong with what Shedeur did.
Right.
You know, it's prime time.
Thank you. It's prime time, son, and that's what he's telling you. It's prime time, man. Get out of here, man.
That's it.
You know,
He's showing homage to his dad.
Exactly. You know, he is his dad's son. And let's look at some NFL storylines, man. And let's get into it. We call this just that, NFL storylines. I want to start, man, NFL storylines, man, what I guess was what was the biggest story of the week, man, and I guess that is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick and the lack of coaching that's been going on there, man. You know, the reality is Bill Belichick without Tom Brady is 72-79. Hey, my thing, it leads me to believe it was all Tom Brady. Is it time for Bill Belichick to really tell the truth, man? Really give it up. Give up the flowers.
Well, I don't think it's time for him to give up, you know, the coaching position. I think it's time for him to relinquish the GM. You know, he was good at evaluating talent, picking players, you know, back in the Brady era, you know, and letting you know when it was time to go. He would let you go a year early instead of a year late. But now it's gotten to the point, you know, the game is starting to change. You know, they're still running the old style offense. They don't have a lot of motion. They don't have a lot of movement. You know, you got a quarterback who's just still sitting back in the pocket. And nowadays you need somebody with a little more mobility. You know, they don't run as much read option in the pros as they do in college, but the read option has become a part of the NFL game now. So get out of the GM position, you know, hire a GM, let somebody else do some player evaluation. Of course, Bill, we'll have you in on, you know, have your input, have you, you know, letting us know, you know, if you like this guy or not, but stick to coaching. And I think he can turn it around, but it's going to start with, you know, relinquishing that position and finding a quarterback.
Finding a quarterback. Yeah, there you go, man. Speaking of quarterbacks, man, let's talk about some of the quarterbacks, man. Daniel Jones, man, he is out, man, with the neck injury versus Buffalo tomorrow, man. You know, I don't think that's going to make a big deal, man, one way or the other. But the big story to me, it's got to be Deshaun Watson, man. Man, there's a lot of questions going on here. He's to miss his second start consecutively. This time it's against the 49ers, a bigger game on a bigger stage, man. Give me your thoughts on Deshaun.
Deshaun took the money. I don't think that he doesn't want to play. I think that something has to be going on with that shoulder when he starts to warm up, and gets preventing him from playing. But you have Carr over in New Orleans who got the AC going.
And he out here balling, man.
He out here balling. Get a little shot in the shoulder before the game and get out there and play. So Deshaun, you're making too much money to be sitting on the sideline. The doctor clears you, and I know, you're dealing with the NFL doctors. They're going to lean more towards the team than they are the player. But if the doctor clears you, you can get a shot in that shoulder and get out there.
You got to roll, dog. You got to roll. Hey, man, look, let's play a little game, man. I call it contender, pretender, Dale Parker, man. I got 6 teams, man, that I'm going to, man, give you, man. And I just want you basically to tell me, man, are they, man, just messing with us? Are they really a contender the way we see it? You ready to go?
Ready.
Cincinnati Bengals, man, they're 2-3 on the season, man. Dale Parker, man, sometimes we see flashes, sometimes we don't, man. Is the Cincinnati Bengals a contender or a pretender?
It all depends on the health of Burrow. If he is healthy, they are definitely a contender, but if that calf is still giving him problems, I'm not sure that they'll be able to right the ship. I went to see them play Baltimore the first week, first time going to a game in Cincinnati, and he just didn't look good. He looked a lot better last week. It was Arizona, of course. We'll see what they do this coming week and if they can right the ship. But as long as he's healthy, I'll have him contender.
New Orleans Saints, contender, pretender. You were just talking about Derek Carr.
Derek Carr's playing good. My issue with the Saints is the head coach. I don't think the coaching is going to be able, Dennis Allen's going to be able to get them to where they need to be. So I have them as a pretender.
Okay. That gets us to the L.A. Chargers. Big game, man. They play the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow. Contender, pretender.
This one is a real toss-up for me because they have talent on both sides of the ball. But if I want to take the position that Dennis Allen is a problem, with the question mark with the coaching, the Chargers coach, I don't know what decision he makes on Sunday. He'll go for 4th and 2 at his own 25 in the second quarter.
And do it with his chest. Yeah.
So just because of the coaching, I have them as a pretender.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That is fair. That's a fair assessment. Man, we're playing contender. Dale Parker, what do you think? The Seattle Seahawks, man, are they a contender or a pretender?
Well, what an anomaly they are. It's hard to tell week to week. But I am going to say they are a pretender. I think Geno is playing well, but I just think overall I have them as a pretender.
Okay, now we're getting into the meat of this thing, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. Contender, pretender.
Oh my God. Up and down team. If they play the Buffalo Bills 4 or 5 times a year, they will definitely be a contender. They have it all. They have a Super Bowl winning coach. So I'll have them as a contender.
Okay. And then the last one, man. Hey, man, we're going to find out a lot about, man, the Detroit Lions, man, on Sunday, man. Man, they go to Tampa Bay to play a Tampa Bay team that's a lot better than any of us projected them to be. Contender, pretender for the Lions.
One thing you're right about is nobody expected Tampa to be playing this good right now, getting a real good play out of the quarterback position. I'm going to have Detroit as a contender. Detroit is solid on both sides of the ball. I know people think because they're young and they haven't been there before that that's going to, play it out in the end and maybe cause them not to make it. But I got Detroit as a definite contender.
Man, they definitely have a lot going for them, man. They are trending upward, man. We'll talk more about them, man. I'll get more into them as I get into my NFL power rankings, man. But let's get into college football. I'm going to give you this week's college football poll. do that, man. You know, man, because man, hey, man, like this week, we're gonna give you the pick 'em. Who you got? 3 games this week, man. Now this is against the spread, Dale Parker. 3 highlighted college football games, man. The first one up is the team you called me about the other day. The most boneheaded player of the week. Miami against UNC. Now, last week, quarterback for Miami had his worst game of the season. He had 3 turnovers. Drake May has been on fire the last couple of weeks, and he got Quez Watkins back. They are 3.5-point favorites in this one. Dale Parker, who you got?
I got Carolina.
Yeah, that's a good bet. I laid the 3.5 myself. I take Carolina, man. I like that bet, Dale. That's just a smart bet. Here's another tough one. USC flying across the country to play an ornery bunch, man. Notre Dame 2.5-point favorites in this one, man. Notre Dame has won the last 5 at Notre Dame in South Bend. Your thoughts on this one?
It's a tough one. Notre Dame has it all on both sides of the ball. You know, the running back, Echeme, is a beast. You know, the quarterback, he had a real tough game last week. But the biggest problem here in picking SC is their defense. Their defense, is horrible. You could have a local high school team score on SC, put up 21 minimum on them. But Notre Dame getting 2.5, I'm going to have to go with the offense on SC on this game, and I take SC.
Man, like that was a tough one for me as well, man. I tend to lean toward Notre Dame, because of the sense of urgency that I think they're going to be playing with. Man, going into that stadium is tough. It's going to be tough sledding, and then that defense, man, is not good, and it is supposed to be bad weather reported there, man. That all leans in Notre Dame's favor. And let's look at the game of the day. The Oregon Ducks going out to play the Washington Huskies. 2.5-point underdog is the Washington Huskies. Man, 2.5-point favorite. I'm sorry. Your thoughts on this one, man? Hey, man, Dave Dieter, man, Mike Dieter's dad, man, just chimed in, man. Mike Dieter with the Houston Texans, man. Much love to you, Dave, man. And hey, man, tell Mike, man, hey, man, I got nothing but love for him.
This one right here has the makings of a shootout. Bo Nix is playing better than he has ever played. And Michael Penix, he was tough when he was at Indiana, but his problem was he couldn't stay healthy. He's throwing for almost 400 yards a game right now. And with that offense, and they got a pretty stout defense, I'd take the 2.5 and we'll give the 2.5, and I'll take Washington on this.
Ooh. Man, with me on this one, Bo Nix, man, completing 80% of his passes. Bo Nix, man, the number in this one that was intriguing. Bo Nix is 0-5 against top 10 teams, but Bo Nix seems to turn the corner. Bo Nix don't seem to throw the ball to the other team. Bo Nix seems to throw the ball away when it needs to be thrown away, which he hasn't done a lot of that. He came back for his 6th year for the ability to be able to potentially win a championship. Man, they are playing lights out defensively. You're going to give me 2.5, man. I like the Ducks today to bounce back. Give me the Ducks.
All right, we'll see. I just think Michael Penix, the way he's slinging that ball.
Yeah, he's legit. He is definitely legit. So, Dale Parker, every week, man, I get a chance to go in, man. I do a lot. I watch a whole lot more college football than I watch pro football because I really watch it from one end of the nation to the other end. And what I get a chance to do is give you the real college football top 10. So this is this week's college football top 10. Dale Parker, and I'm going to start with the number 10 team in the country, and that's going to be the Trojans of USC, man. The defense is what really concerns me. That's why they've constantly fallen in my poll. We've got them at number 10 this week. But the offense, Stinking Lincoln Riley can throw it all over the park, man. He can scheme it up with the best of them. Number 9 on my list, Dale, I have the Alabama Crimson Tide. Why do I have Alabama number 9? You go play them because they are that good. That Milroe is starting to turn into the quarterback that Nick Saban wants him to be, not turning the ball over, really matriculating the ball down the field. I like Alabama. Number 8 is the Texas Longhorns, just because they beat Alabama, and you can't beat Alabama, that's for sure. They just ran into a buzzsaw last week. That buzzsaw is the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners. Boomer Sooners, hats off to you, Kenny G. You call that one. Number 6, man, on my poll is the Florida State Seminoles. The tumble continues for Florida State. No, I don't believe in Florida State because we had them, Clemson had them, and you let them off the hook. I won't let you forget that one. When we go to the number 5 team in the country, that is the Washington Huskies. Yeah, Dale Parker, I believe in everything that you said about Michael Penix Jr. because he has not just 1, not 2, but he has 3 wide receivers that can go over 100 yards. They're averaging that on the season. So I like Washington at number 5, but the team that I have above them is the number 4 team, and the reason that I picked them is the Oregon Ducks because Dan Lanning has finally gotten it. Again, I talked about Bo Nix and his ability to matriculate the ball down the field, completing 80% of his passes. He has big playmakers as well. To me, this is going to be one in the trenches. Who's meaner? And I think that Oregon is meaner. Speaking of mean, it's the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I get tired of you naysayers talking about Ryan Day and the Buckeyes. I get tired of you naysayers talking about Kyle McCord not being able to win. All he's done is won football games. Every football game that he's played, I don't care how he wins it, he gets the job done. What's wrong with you people? You're putting Ohio State against Ohio State, and it's not fair to the team. Did you see the defense? Did you see the defense? The defense is knuckling up, and they ain't giving up those cheap yards like they used to. Pay attention, Buckeye fans. The number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, and speaking of pay attention, let's pay attention to them because they don't look so world beatery to me. I'm just saying, I respect the fact that they have playmakers on all sides of the balls, on every level, but what I'm also looking at is the ability to be had. Who have they played? They ain't played no damn body. Michigan, when you schedule some damn body, we get tired of seeing you play, man, the children of the poor. And the number 1 team in the country, they're really coming around to it. Dale Parker is the Georgia Bulldogs. Carson Beck, over 300 yards. That tight end Bowers is the real deal. They're starting to come around. Man, give me your thoughts on that. And before you get into that, everybody says, Steve, why do you have Penn State number 11? If you played Alabama, if they played Alabama today, who would you pick? That's what I thought. That's why I got Penn State at number 11. What's your thought?
I like your rankings. The only thing I would do is, because I'm picking Washington to beat Oregon today, I would flip 4 and 5. Being a Buckeye fan also, I'm tired of, people coming down hard on McCord. I've actually come down hard on him myself. When he was playing Notre Dame, I was so angry I called him Kirk Cousins. But what I've come to find out about him, he's a second half quarterback. Now, if he can go out and put 2 halves together, Ohio State could beat anybody in the nation. It's just he gets off to a slow start, and that slow start, frustrates you as a true Buckeye fan, which I've been my whole life.
Right.
And you and I have had a couple conversations about this guy. What's taking him so long?
Right.
It's like last week, struggled in the first half, came out. What was it? Second and 33 and went 37 yards to Harrison.
First
just
down.
threw a dime.
First down.
First
down.
Unbelievable.
Look, I'm a results guy. All I care about is results. Show me the results. Don't tell me about the labor pains. Show me the baby.
Right.
Show me the baby.
Yeah. Second and 33, you just looking to get a few yards so you come up a little short.
Right, man. Oh, look here, man. I'm getting ready to give you some winners, man. I'm going to dial them out, man. I've got my pick 6 of the week. Dale Parker. Last week, I was 3-3 last week. Not a good week for me, man. That was my worst week of the season, but that's all right. We're going to make it up today, man. 500, a lot of people take 500, but see, that's not good enough for the real sports guy, man. So we're going to start off with my lock of the week. It's going to be the Baltimore Ravens, man, over in London. I just like the way that they've embraced the trip over there. And Tennessee didn't take off to go over there until yesterday. Okay, good luck with that. Tell me how that works out for you. I'm just saying. So that's my lock of the week, man. Hey, man, in the Nobody Cares Bowl, as New England goes out to Las Vegas to play the Raiders, man. In case you haven't paid attention, people, the Las Vegas Raiders have played some pretty damn good football here lately, man. That's why I got them tomorrow, man. Take the Raiders in this one. As we talk about a couple of teams that we looked at in contender pretender, they play each other. Seattle comes across the country to play the Cincinnati Bengals. In this one, man, I'm going to take the Bengals. Take the Bengals, lock that one up. Now, I'm telling you, we're dialing up winners, man. We're going to go to Detroit as they travel to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. And I said that we would find a lot out about the Detroit Lions. Well, you will, because, see, we already know about them. That's why we're going to take Detroit. Telling you, take the Lions in that affair. That gets us to the Washington Commanders traveling to Atlanta to play the Atlanta Falcons. And have you paid attention to the running back that the Atlanta Falcons have? Well, I definitely have, man. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. Give me the Falcons in that affair. And here's one that's going to shock you, and I'm sure my nephew is going to flip out on this one, because I'm telling you this one with my chest. People, take the Chicago Bears to win tomorrow. I like the Bears. There you go. That's my pick six of the week, man.
That's a good pick there. I would take Seattle, to pull a stunner over Cincinnati, but other than that, I don't have any issues with your picks at all. And I don't have really any issues with your picks. Just be my preference. I would take Seattle over Cincinnati.
That's fair, man. Okay. All right. Well, let's see how you feel about my this week's NFL Power Rankings. Okay. So we're going to give you the top 5 teams the way I see it. All right.
All right.
So number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, and Steve, why do you have Jacksonville over Miami? Miami's 4-1. Miami lost to Buffalo. Miami had 48 dropped on them by Buffalo. Jacksonville just beat Buffalo. That's why they're number 5. Number 4, the Detroit Lions. We talked about them, Dale Parker, man. Hey, man, what's something brewing there, man. This thing is different. Motor City Dan has really got the mojo going in Detroit, man. I'm loving what they're doing. Man, it's definitely contagious. Number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Look, dude, they just took my Rams out back, man, and kind of showed them what the real deal was, man. Jalen Hurts is the real deal, man. He was 12 of 17 on third down against my Rams, man. The Rams continuously put him in bad situations behind the sticks. This kid continuously had the answers to the questions. There should be no more questions about Jalen Hurts. He's definitely the real deal. The Kansas City Chiefs, the defending world champions, man, and the Swifties continue to follow them, man. But there's something there, man. As long as they got Mahomes, they've got a chance, man. It's just how it is. And the best team in the league, the San Francisco 49ers, man. That's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, San Francisco is going to be hard to beat. Brock Purdy undefeated, as a starter when he's able to finish the game. Only loss came to Philadelphia in the playoffs last year when he got that elbow injury on maybe the second or third play of the game. I definitely, being a longtime Dolphin fan, I'd have to put my Dolphins in there at number 5 over Jacksonville. Jacksonville is too inconsistent with the quarterback play. Today he'll look like a world beater, and then he'll go out 2 or 3 weeks.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me get your comments on this. While I got you, man, before we get out of here, man. Hey, look, right after the Buffalo loss, man, Tua was at a press conference, man. And my question to you, who was he directing this comment at?
These guys aren't going to care what we did last week. I don't think any other team is going to care what team they have next did prior. Guys are going to come out and guys are going to play, and this is the league, and this is how it works. And it's also very humbling for a lot of people to be able to have the highest high, and then you lose in a manner like this, and it's very humbling, and it's for some it's much needed.
Well, in my opinion, I think he was talking to 2 guys, Tyreek Hill and Raheem Mostert, because Raheem fumbled, I think, 3 times in that game against Buffalo after he had the big game, against Denver the week before.
Right.
So I think he had those 2 guys in his sights. Come on, let's get back focused. We got to take it to the woodshed. And got exposed. The Dolphins defense has always been, my biggest concern, but they've always been light across the front line, and that front line being that light across the front line when they play those teams with big offensive lines, they struggle a little bit. But Tyreek Hill and Raheem Mostert, I think he was talking both.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah. I know that definitely had Tyreek Hill written all over it, man. Look here, man. We're coming up on the first pitch of the championship series, man. Tomorrow it'll be the American League Championship Series that'll kick first. Game 1. Your thoughts, man. Do you like any team, man? You like the Rangers or do you like the Astros?
Well, I hate the Astros.
Okay, I understand hate, but you got to respect the hell out of them.
As a fan, but yeah, you have to respect them. Dusty was able to come in and finally get him a World Series last year as a manager. He had been there a couple times with San Francisco, close with Chicago, was never able to get it done. That pitching staff is unbelievable, but you got to go with Houston. I will hope. I'm pulling for Texas, but I got to go with Houston because you got Verlander, going out in game 1, and they just seem to get timely hits.
Man, them dudes out, man. You know how they do. Yeah, you know how they do. Look, man, hey, we'll break all of that down on Mondays because I'm on Mondays now. Mondays at 7, 3 days. Mondays at 7, Thursday night at 7. Man, we're going to kick off the football week for you on Thursdays. We give you Monday night breakdown, all the reaction. We call it Reaction Monday. So tune in to that. Man, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And I made it real easy for you to find me now. It's real easy. You just go to YouTube. Go to Keeping It Real Sports Network. It's that easy. Keeping It Real Sports Network. Bam. There we are. It's that easy. You can go to Facebook and go to Keeping It Real Sports. Bam. It's that easy. Man, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and by all means, share the content, man. For Dale Parker, man, I'm the real sports guy, Steve Taylor. I'll see you Monday. It'll be Reaction Monday, 7 o'clock, where I'll give you all of the reaction and all of the reaction to the Pick 6 and all of that, man. So, man, just make sure you come in and check us out Monday. And until then, I wish you love and peace. Chuck them deuces.
All right, have a good one, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Come on. I told you I got you. Wanna talk about his game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Safety boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA.